You probably know Alex Hormozi, Gary Vee, Matt Gray, and Dan Koe. You've heard of them, you've watched them, you're following them. That's right, they all have a personal brand, and that's not the surprise. The interesting question that we'll cover in this video today is what makes them different than most other personal brands. The obvious one is the size. Like, that's the easy answer. But just because they're the leaders in their field and have the biggest accounts isn't actually the answer to our question. Because the problem is with that answer, that's the results, not the actions. If we want to grow, we need to look at their actions. They didn't start out being the biggest. So that's what we'll cover. So again, what made them separate themselves from everybody else? And the answer to that is, I've studied many years on content marketing. I've done a lot of content marketing, grown a lot of different brands. And the interesting thing is, the answer to that is they're running their personal brand like personal media companies. It's not just a brand, it's what they do. What does it mean, you ask? I'm glad you're asking, because this is where you will find them everywhere. They're active. There's no way you can get around them. No matter which platform you choose, they're already there. They're already big. There's nothing that can hide them from you. And that's to show you the proof of that. I get them all prepared for you. So we'll dive into them. So here's Alex Hormozi on YouTube, 2.7 million subscribers, over 3,000 videos published, 26 million views in the last 30 days. On X, you find him 700,000 followers, 5,000 posts, which I believe there are a lot of deleted ones. If you go on Instagram, he's there, 2.9 million followers. If you go to Facebook, he's there, 57,000 followers. If you go to LinkedIn and you want to see if he's there with over like almost 500,000 followers. Then you go to TikTok, and even on TikTok, he almost has 1 million followers. So no matter where you go, Alex Hormozi is already there. Let's look at another example. Gary Vee, the OG of being on social media. He has 4.5 million followers, subscribers on YouTube. He has almost 7 million followers on Facebook. He has 3 million followers on X or Twitter. He has almost 6 million followers on LinkedIn, 10 million on Instagram, and 15 million on TikTok. Now let's look at the other OG from like Twitter and X, the writer Dan Koe himself, almost 500,000 followers on Twitter. Then if we go to Facebook, he has almost 6,000 followers. On YouTube, it's 800,000. On Instagram, you can find him with 1.5 million followers. On LinkedIn, he has 150,000 followers. And on TikTok, he has 350,000 followers. So that's the crazy amount that we're actually talking about here. So how do they do that? They're running their personal brand as a personal media company. And I'll explain to you 3 parts that are essential to that idea. And I'll dive into deeper on each of them and explain them more closely on what does that mean and how it's actually done. So the personal media company has 3 parts: personal, media, and company. The personal side, they're growing a personal brand. That's the basic. That's what we do. That's what we're trying to do. The media, they're creating educational content on different platforms. And the company they're running it all as a business. They're not slacking off. They're not trying to just do like simple things. They're trying to do it all, because that's what it takes to be in business. So let's dive into each of the different components, and then you'll see what I mean. So personal, they are growing a personal brand. At the core of their efforts is the personal brand. It's that's what we talk about. They're personal brands, in essence, similar to what we're doing. The quick recap of a personal brand is connected to one person in the opposite of a corporate brand, which is connected to a business. The benefits of the personal brands are quickly relatability, people follow people, authenticity, and you become the expert, the authority in your field. Those are perfectly good reasons to actually grow the personal brand, which is not surprising, which is what we're all doing, which is not separate from them. So where does the differentiation come in? We're coming in with the media. They're creating educational content. The next biggest part is they're creating a lot of content. That is the actions they take. We're also creating content, so the difference is how they do that and to what extent. And so most of us are focused on vanity metrics, likes, impressions, followers, where we're wanting to go viral, get as many impressions as possible, where they're focused on growing metrics, conversion rates, own contacts, and business growth. There is an even bigger difference that nobody seems to talk about, and that is huge because it's right in front of your eyes, but it's not done by many. The general advice is, if you're starting out, grow on one platform only. Focus, become the expert on X or YouTube or Instagram, but never try to do all at once. So we're only posting and creating on one platform. And that's where the biggest difference is. They are posting on all the platforms they can. This is what they don't tell you to do because it's overwhelming, it's too chaotic, it's crazy, but it's actually possible to do as a one-person business, to run your own personal media company. I've been working in content creation for many years, and most platforms can be easily combined. That's what I learned, that's what I tried, that's what I tested. You don't need to create everything twice. This is the public secret. Everybody sees, nobody knows, because it's so easy and so obvious that you can post your long-form text on X, on Twitter, but also on LinkedIn. The standards are pretty similar. You can post your short-form videos on not just YouTube, but also Instagram and TikTok. And that's just 2 examples. There are many more that make it even easier to create content once and then spread it multiple times, which just gives you a leverage, the bigger leverage on the platforms. So where's the difference though? The big creators have a team to run their content. So that's the excuse why you don't even try. Because that's what's keeping the obvious secret hidden, is that everybody believes you can only do that with a big team. So this is where I'm coming in, because I post 45 plus content pieces every day across 12 platforms all by myself. It's possible. Sure, to scale, I would love to build a team. I would love to grow it bigger and make it better, but it works all by yourself. That's the obvious truth. So that is where we need to enter the company stage. They're running their content as a business. The big boys don't look at content as just that, free content at best. They're thinking of it as their business. They're making sure that every piece of content serves a specific purpose for their business. If it doesn't grow the business, they don't even share it. They keep trying and iterating, but always with their business numbers in mind. So there are 3 points I need to really dig in. This allows them to have a team, this allows them to scale their business, and this allows them to do what they do. Share more content, create more content. Because they've done it so often, repeated the steps over and over again. So at the company stage is tying it all together. Focus on the right metrics that bring your business in the door. Easily 10x your business by making your content work harder by spreading it over more platforms and building out a team to 10x the quality of content. This results in easily 100xing your business. So you're still questioning the results you're getting? It's if you're getting 1 impression on X and 1 impression on YouTube, it's 10 impressions. You can 10x that easily by spreading it further. And then it compounds because people start connecting to you. Oh yeah, I found you on X. Oh, I didn't know you have YouTube. Oh, I didn't know you have a newsletter. Oh, I didn't know you were also on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or Medium, or you have a podcast. That's cool. I like running, so I'll take a podcast. That way, you will definitely get 10x the results of your content efforts. So imagine what that means for your business. If last week, I'm starting out my personal brand here. I've done other brands, but this one is now the one I'm counting. And I'm starting a challenge, and I tried to get the baselines in. And on X last week, I got 12,000 impressions. I think so, at least. I can check. But that means that if I spread it over more platforms and grow it even more and specialize and use more and more content formats, I can get easily 100,000 impressions per week. That's crazy, because it's just meaning to make your content work harder and not you trying to hustle and bustle. It also means that you can connect deeper with your audience because you're everywhere where they are. And that's for the convenience of them, but that's your effort. So how do we implement that into your personal brand? So how are you supposed to do this all now? There are 3 ways for you to get there. Number 1, the fastest one is reach out to me, fill out the contact form, send me a DM. Wherever you find me, you can reach out and text me or message me. You can also learn through testing it yourself. Now you heard the idea, go out and find it. And then there's the middle ground of doing it, learning from my videos, because I'll teach you along the way. So if you want to learn along the way, subscribe to this channel and then watch this video next, where I'll explain to you the Fruit Forest framework to actually show you my content creation process and the thoughts behind it. I'll see you over there.